Tell you something. It is Friday. Time to party. You know what Friday means? Blue jeans and beer. That's what I'm talking about. People say I say man a lot, man, but I don't really hear it. But I'm gonna try and keep it in check. So, if you hear me saying man, maybe you should just take a shot because it's Friday. It's it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I heard that somewhere. But but if you hear me say man, drink up. That's a cool little game I just made. Let me tell you something. I'm trying not to let this get to me, but it has, and I'm gonna try not to let it corrode my Friday. But this thing in the news, global warming causes violence. This is one time when science got it right, 'cause it did cause violence this morning. When I read it, man, I was about to punch a screen. I, if this screen was made of drywall, man, I'd probably not get my deposit back on the screen because I was going to have at it. It does. Every time I hear these government big old conspiracy theories, these people, every time I hear it, man, it's like it makes me want to punch. It makes me want to do something violent, man, because I know it ain't even true. Here's some examples for you. Global warming causes violence. There's an uptick in violence. Okay. First off, boxers and UFC fighters, when they're boxing, you ever see them outside? No, man, they're in air conditioned buildings. They're in AC. So, how does it make them violent when it's cold inside? It don't even make no sense. Same thing goes with with the walrus on National Geographic. It was the other night. It's after like 2 shots, Cuervo. I was like, you know, I saw a walrus fighting each other. It was violent. It's like they're fighting over a fish, and it's just like I thought one of them was gonna whip out a machete, and the other one's gonna have like AR-15 on them. It was pretty bad. It's like whoo, I ain't even got to pay for pay-per-view. This is something. They were in the cold. Same thing with penguins. Penguins, you may think that it ain't a violent fight because they got flippers, but I'm gonna tell you they're witty. They're witty, and they got some moves. So I'm here to tell you. I mean, here's another thing. Let's say it's real. Let's let's give it a twirl. If it's real, global warming. How can anyone be violent when the oceans are going to rise up to their backyard? I've never seen an angry person at the beach. When the last time I went to the beach, I got me a $5 boogie board and a monster. Man, I ripped it and gripped it. Man, I ran right in there. I had a smile on my face. It don't care how much money you got or you don't. You go to the beach. I never seen. Man, I don't see fights break out on the beach. Maybe at night with like beach bum fights or something, but during the day, I don't see it. So how's it gonna make you violent when everyone's got a beach? This is I'm here to tell you. This is just another example of government conspiracy trying to get people to move to Detroit because that city's bankrupt. So what they're doing? Here's my thought. I started reflecting on it. What they're doing is they're getting people to go, oh, maybe I should move to a colder place like Detroit, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got some good cheese and some cheap land. Detroit, this is big government because that city's already bankrupt. They want people to move up there just because, it'll be less violence. So, but, man, I ain't going to Detroit to save my life. I've heard stories about Detroit. It's worse than it's worse than East Lake and Chattanooga, man. That's worth another YouTubing right there. But I mean, that's about it. That's it's Friday. Just let this roll off. Let this roll. Oh, oh.